Nairo Alexander Quintana Rojas, widely known as Nairo Quintana, was born on February 4, 1990, in the rural town of Combata, located in the Boyacá region of Colombia. Growing up in a humble family, Quintana's early life was shaped by the challenges of rural life, where he developed a love for cycling. His parents, who worked as farmers, instilled in him a strong work ethic, which became crucial as he pursued his cycling dreams. Nairo's passion for cycling began in his early childhood, as he would often race with his siblings on the steep mountainous roads of Boyacá. Colombia's landscape, with its long steep climbs, became an ideal training ground for the young Quintana, who quickly demonstrated an aptitude for endurance sports. At the age of 16, Quintana joined the Colombian junior cycling team, marking the start of his formal cycling career. It wasn't long before his talent caught the attention of local teams, and Quintana's natural ability to handle mountainous terrain, combined with his determination, set him apart from his peers. During his teenage years, Quintana worked hard to improve his climbing ability, a skill that would become his trademark in the professional ranks. His breakthrough moment came in 2009 when he won the Vuelta a la Juventud, Tour of the Youth, a prestigious race for young Colombian cyclists. This victory helped him gain the attention of Colombian cycling team Equipo de Ciclismo de Boyacá, and in 2010, Quintana made his professional debut with the Boyacá Es para Vivirla team. His strong performances in the local races set the foundation for his future success in international cycling. Rising star in professional cycling. Quintana's talent became evident as he moved up the ranks of professional cycling, and in 2012, he made the leap to the Pro Tour, signing with the Movistar team. His arrival in Europe marked the beginning of his rise in the professional world, where he began to compete against the best riders in the world. His first major breakthrough came in 2013, when he won the Giro d'Italia-style race, the Vuelta a España, Tour of Spain, taking second overall and winning the King of the Mountains classification. This performance put Quintana on the map, and his status as one of the most exciting climbers in the world began to take shape. In 2013, he finished second overall in the Tour de France. A remarkable feat for a young rider. His gritty performance in the mountain stages, coupled with his solid time trialing ability, impressed cycling fans and professionals alike. That year, Quintana won the Best Young Rider classification and claimed the King of the Mountains title, demonstrating that he had not only the climbing prowess to compete at the highest level but also the consistency to challenge for the overall title in a Grand Tour. The 2014 season was a defining year for Nairo Quintana. He had already proven himself to be one of the best climbers in the world. But in 2014, he cemented his status as a Grand Tour contender. Quintana's performance in the Giro d'Italia was nothing short of spectacular. He won the overall classification by a narrow margin, taking his first Grand Tour victory and becoming the first Colombian to win the prestigious Italian race. His victory in the Giro also marked the beginning of a period of dominance in the Grand Tours, with his climbing abilities and aggressive racing style standing out. Career peak and major achievements. Nairo Quintana's career peak was marked by consistent podium finishes in Grand Tours and victories in prestigious races. The 2014 Giro d'Italia was his breakthrough, but it was his performances in the Tour de France and the Vuelta a España that solidified his place as one of the best cyclists of his generation. His skill in the mountains, combined with his ability to ride in the high-altitude stages, made him a formidable rival to other Grand Tour contenders. In 2015, Quintana once again competed in the Tour de France and finished second overall behind Chris Froome, with whom he shared many battles throughout the race. His performances in the Pyrenean and Alpine stages were exceptional, and he displayed a maturity in his tactics and race management. That year, Quintana also won the Vuelta a España, solidifying his place among the elite climbers in the sport. Quintana's successes were not limited to just one or two Grand Tours. Over the years, he consistently finished near the top of the overall standings in the biggest cycling races in the world. His victories in the 2016 and 2017 editions of the Vuelta a España proved his consistency in stage racing. In 2016, he finished third overall in the Tour de France, once again battling Chris Froome for the yellow jersey, while in 2017, he won the Vuelta a España for the second time, further establishing his reputation as a stage race specialist. Challenges and setbacks. Despite his numerous podium finishes in Grand Tour, Quintana faced several setbacks in his career. His pursuit of victory in the Tour de France remained elusive. In addition to his near victories in 2013 and 2015, Quintana struggled to replicate his success in the French race in subsequent years, particularly due to the dominance of riders like Chris Froome and Geraint Thomas. In 2018, Quintana faced one of the most challenging seasons of his career, dealing with inconsistent form and health issues that impacted his performances in key races. His failure to secure the Tour de France title continued to weigh on his career, as the French race became a race he could never quite conquer. Despite this, he continued to achieve solid results in the Giro d'Italia and the Vuelta a España, maintaining his reputation as one of the best stage race riders of his generation. Final years and transition to new goals. By 2020, after years of being one of the top Grand Tour riders, Quintana faced the reality of shifting goals in his career. His performances in the Tour de France had become less competitive, and his challenges against new generation riders like Tadej Pogačar and Primož Roglič meant that he was no longer at the forefront of the general classification. In 2020, Quintana made a bold move by switching to the Arkea Samsic team, a French squad that allowed him more freedom to race for overall victories in the Grand Tours, without the pressures of competing against the biggest teams in the peloton. However, this change did not immediately result in a return to his former Grand Tour winning form. Despite this, Quintana showed that he was still capable of putting up strong performances, such as his fourth-place finish in the Tour de France in 2020 and his victory in the Vuelta a Asturias that year. Quintana's career had by now seen him transitioning into a role as a mentor for younger riders, although he continued to race competitively in Grand Tours and one-day races. In his final years, Quintana sought to continue his involvement in the sport by participating in key stage races, with his ambitions focused on smaller wins, as his form in the Grand Tour started to decline. Legacy and conclusion. Nairo Quintana's legacy in cycling is one of relentless pursuit, natural climbing talent, and a commitment to his craft. With a career marked by podium finishes in the Tour de France, victories in the Giro d'Italia, and the Vuelta a España, he is considered one of the greatest climbers of the modern era. Quintana's rise from a small village in Colombia to the top of the cycling world exemplifies the power of perseverance and dedication in the face of adversity. Quintana's ability to dominate in the mountains, his aggressive racing style, and his consistency in Grand Tours ensured that he earned a place among the all-time greats. While he never won the Tour de France, his numerous victories, particularly in the Giro d'Italia and Vuelta a España, will ensure his place in history. Quintana's story is also one of resilience, as he battled through personal and professional setbacks while always striving for greatness. Even in his later years, Quintana remained a beloved figure in cycling, particularly in Colombia, where he is considered a national hero. In retirement, Quintana is likely to be remembered not just for his victories, but for the passion and determination he brought to the sport, inspiring future generations of cyclists in Colombia and around the world. His legacy is built on his ability to compete at the highest level, his breakthrough performances in the mountains, and his unwavering commitment to his sport.